The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Milroe. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith. This guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with it?
The expressway is wide open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And then next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field and there's nothing you can do about it.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Now from inside the red zone. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Escapes. What an abject disaster by this guy. Running around, never threw it away, and finally forced out of bounds. Big loss forced by the D.
Okay, so the QB scrambled, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Smashes through the tackle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here's Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. He's going to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass play.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you can pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
The running back has it. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
4th down, coming up.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Oh, it's a reverse. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think sometimes you can overthink things a little bit as a play caller. And on 4th down, I know you've got a receiver who's really fast, and you're trying to get him the football and see if you can get to the perimeter of the field. But the defense was waiting on it. That was maybe a little bit too obvious, and I think you can put that 4th down fail on the play call.
All right, let's get it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw. It's Milrow. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
That's the end of the first one. Now we're down. 7, Ohio State, 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They run the reverse. Shakes off the defender. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. The returner will field it and bring it back. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a fun day.
They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Great job by the pass rush up front. Third and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy is really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's a reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, making the play.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Milroe. Trying to get to him. Jumped on top of the pile. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a reverse. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game, and one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to power their way ahead. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots, but right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a reverse.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. The quarterback snapped at the perfect moment. Give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting upfield.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done.
He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on it. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Tide!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He chucks one out to the right. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. At midfield, he's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll throw it on first down. Looking left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
24, Ohio State, 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That's a live ball. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce, right back to the offense.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Coming after him. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect. The protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Buys a little time. And he gets rid of it, throws it away on fourth down. Why? Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They run the reverse. Still on his feet at the 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Gonna run it. It's Judkins. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Dropping back, it's Howard. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th.